The body is mounted on a powerful frame that can withstand heavy loads when driving off-road. Well, we found the first sign of a real off-road. The bodies are galvanized and are not afraid of corrosion. The interior of this model is very spacious and roomy. Most versions are 7-seater. 2 folding seats are suspended on the sides of the trunk, see photo. True, over time, their fastenings become loose, and when driving over bumps, the seats rattle unpleasantly. In addition, the driver's airbag can also knock. Although in general the interior is made of quality materials, and there are no comments on them. We also note the good equipment of this SUV. Even the basic version has front and side airbags, ABS and brake assist systems, central locking, immobilizer, climate control, heated front seats, front wiper, parking zones, power windows, a proprietary audio system with a 6-disc CD changer, alloy 17-inch wheels, power steering, adjustable steering column. Patrol Y61 was equipped with gasoline and diesel power units, see table. The most widespread among us are more economical versions that run on diesel fuel. The 2.8-liter TDI is a modernized engine inherited from its predecessor. The mechanics of the branded service station could not remember any of its characteristic shortcomings. The only thing to consider is that its timing is driven by a belt, which during operation requires replacement every 80,000 kilometers. All other engines use a metal chain, which, as a rule, is cared for before overhaul. The gas distribution mechanism of most units is equipped with shims, although, according to operating experience, valve clearances had to be adjusted only when repairing the cylinder head. There are no special complaints about gasoline engines, which are much less common. The only remark is a significant fuel consumption, about 25 liters per 100 in the urban cycle. But the 3.0-liter turbo diesel has proven to be the least reliable. So, on versions before 2006, the air mass meter failed, symptoms, thrust disappears. Later, the node was upgraded, and it stopped bothering me. Breakdowns of the oil pressure sensor in the pressure line and the intercooler were also noted. The last problem is extremely dangerous. After a long drive along the highway with a faulty intercooler, one of the pistons often burns out. In this case, the fuel mixture is too rich, which leads to an increase in the temperature regime of the engine. In addition, over time, due to wear of the injection pump, problems arise in the operation of the fuel injection angle advance mechanism. Oil leaks from under the sealing rings of the brake booster vacuum pump were also noted. It is being repaired. The attachment belt tensioner in all engines serves an average of 60,000 kilometers. A sign of a real off-road is all-wheel drive, however, here it is plug-in. Since there is no center differential, it is recommended to use all-wheel drive only on slippery surfaces, dirt roads, or off-road. Otherwise, it threatens with accelerated wear of tires and transmission. Although mechanics believe that the transmission is very strong, and even with improper operation, it is not so easy to kill. The off-road arsenal of the model is complemented by a reduction gear and a forced locking of the rear cross-axle differential. The owners of Patrol Y61 claim that the car has a high cross-country ability and confidently copes even with serious off-road conditions. After off-road rides, it is definitely recommended to clean the ball steering knuckles of the front axle, otherwise dirt can damage the oil seals. Regular, every 15,000 kilometers, lubrication requires propeller shaft crosses. Patrol Y61 were equipped with manual and automatic gearboxes. According to the mechanics, both units are quite reliable. Only the clutch and turbo diesel versions, due to the insufficient performance of the hydraulic vacuum booster, work specifically. The pedal is depressed with a noticeable effort, which creates inconvenience when driving in the city. But this is not a malfunction. Looking under the car, you are even more convinced of its off-road orientation. The front and rear suspensions of Patrol Y61 are dependent, solid axles, together with springs, are suspended on powerful levers. Their replaceable silent blocks take care of more than 100,000 kilometers. Panhard rods are supplied with rubber bands. Long serve and native shock absorbers. The only weak point of the rear suspension is the actuator for changing the stiffness and stroke of the stabilizer. Over time, it fails, which manifests itself in an unpleasant knock while driving. This node costs about 20,000 UAH. To save money, mechanics recommend installing a regular one-piece rack instead. Steering, worm type with a damper, designed to extinguish impacts on the road. With frequent off-road rides, the damper breaks. The power steering and pumps serve without problems. The tie rods and tips are durable. The braking system is equipped with disc mechanisms. Front brake discs often have to be changed, not because of wear, but because they are lead. The parking brake is activated by a separate drum brake that blocks the drive shaft. This knot is reliable and durable. Patrol Y61 is a real SUV, which also has excellent cross-country ability. The main reason that this model is not a frequent participant in off-road competitions is its high market value. To prepare a car for the competition, you need a lot of money, so many people prefer to invest in a cheaper predecessor. The secret to the longevity of this model is simple. A reliable and time-tested design, excellent off-road qualities, plus a classic appearance, retouched by tourist stylings, allow Patrol Y61 to successfully find new fans.